Chad Keck, and I'm the founder of Promoter.io, which is a customer analytics and feedback platform that was specifically developed to help brands truly understand how customers feel about their product and how they can leverage that to drive growth. Promoter was founded in 2013 here at Geekdom. In 2019, we were acquired by Medallia, and I'm happy to say that the company is still going strong today. We launched Promoter to help brands build a cohesive feedback loop with their customers. What we ended up deciding on was a metric that already existed that was very proven, something called the Net Promoter Score, which you may hear shorthand as NPS. Prior to Promoter, I had used in a product role at various companies the Net Promoter Score as a great customer engagement tool or great customer engagement metric. When I started working at another startup in 2011, we ended up building an in-house version of what we wanted to use in a SaaS tool that did not exist at the time. And what started happening was our customers that we were surveying started asking us back, what is this tool that you guys are using? How are you guys doing this? We'd love to do the same for our brand. So that kind of set off that light bulb moment about, there may be something here, future product idea. Let me scratch this down and maybe we can address this one day. Fast forward about a year and a half later, that company that I was working with was acquired, and I had the opportunity to either continue there or potentially take a stab at founding a startup and building a solution, and already had a product in mind with some early validation, which made it that much easier. Promoter started as just a very early concept at Geekdom. It was just me for the first few months, going through product validation, building out a marketing site for the product to collect interest, talking with other companies and early investors. When my co-founder joined and decided to move back to San Antonio from San Francisco, he brought on another great engineer who he had worked with previously, Andrew, who we were glad to have as part of the team. Between those two, this helped us really get a head start building the product out with some great senior engineering talent.
My name is Andrew Vellis. I'm now engineering manager for Promoter in the Promoter team. I was living in San Francisco. I was working downtown when Ricardo approached me about a potential gig to start Promoter, but it was really just a contract job at first. And he's showing me this, what has to get built and everything involved. And I just said, well, that's a really huge undertaking, but I think this is really exciting. Let's go do it. Probably for like 6 months, we're building this like in the moonlight hours, literally. And then we launch, and he's like, okay, we got the funding. You need and he tells me to begin with, like, you're gonna have to move to San Antonio. And I said, cool, I don't know where that is, but let's go do it. And next thing you know it, I'm getting a one-way plane ticket to San Antonio from San Francisco, and here I was.
After my co-founder Ricardo and Andrew moved to San Antonio, we started building the early product, and we quickly moved into a need to have some more engineers and QA support on the team. And to that, we were very lucky to be in a situation where Code Up here at Geekdom had just launched and was training new developers and gave us a really good resource pool to hire from. We ended up hiring 2 employees from their earliest cohorts out of Code Up. That was Caitlin and Cole, who became great additions to the team and are still with us today.
My name is Caitlin Daly. I do support and QA for Promoter. Over 7 years ago, I was actually doing a laser hair removal, just an hourly job. I had a degree, but it wasn't working out. The market was really flooded with nuclear medicine technologists, surprisingly, here in San Antonio. And so I was looking for a way to get into something quick. I already had a bachelor's. I took a lot of time in school, and I needed a new skill, so I found Code Up, and I ended up getting accepted into the second cohort for the Badlands. Once I graduated from Code Up, I started with Promoter immediately, and I've been there ever since. And it's been pretty awesome. It was really great to get a job so quick and then start in a brand new industry, which is so amazing. Chad has been an amazing leader. He had such an eye for hiring the right people and bringing us all together. Working with Andrew as an engineer, I've learned so much from him in the tech space. Learning so many different tools and different technologies, how to work with every day, learning on the fly and what works best for our business. He's also been an amazing leader in that space as well. Geekdom has been a huge part in keeping us around in San Antonio because we have a community now. We've made so many friends through here. It's been a great outlet for us. more so than anything else we do. But being in a space that exposes you to so many different people and personalities, it's really made us feel like we have some roots here and want to keep us around.
I can say without a doubt that Geekdom is the reason that Promoter exists today, and it has a lot to do with the success that we've seen over the years. As I've mentioned, Promoter likely would have never been started if I wasn't already a part of the Geekdom community, simply because of the support and the connections that were made here, and also the encouragement that people have provided when we were thinking about launching this early product. It's really what made the difference.
This is true story. I'm giving history of Promoter here. Is that okay a little bit? Okay. We were working in the mall in San Francisco to build the proof of concept. The mall closed at 9, but there was more work to be done than there was time at the mall to go do it. We were at the top floor mezzanine at the coffee hut, and we're just sitting at tables around it, and we're just cranking away at the slides to try to make them into functional pieces. So we asked, is there a co-work space that's open 24/7? And Chad said, yeah, I'll just give you passes to Geekdom. So now we're in Geekdom, and we're like, oh, I didn't even know this was here. Like, this is before like really WeWork was really taking off. And as part of the onboarding and being kind of accepted into the Geekdom culture, they gave us Geekdom San Francisco shirts. So that's how I actually got, and some stickers. So that's actually how I got that shirt. And then I moved here, and I'm like, well, I already have a shirt, so I just wore it. And I remember talking to you saying, where did you get that shirt? And I was like, well, it was from when I first started working, or started using a desk or a hot desk at the Geekdom San Francisco, like satellite, if you want to call it that way. That's how that started, and I just held on to it for a little while. I mean, I think it's passed on, but that's how I first got it. It was really, that's the story, and that's why we had to go to Geekdom. Was because we ran out of time at the mall.